One of the ways you know it is God leading you is that many times your flesh will fight it for a long time. God will hardly lead you consistent to your flesh and your carnal desires. Yours is to believe and trust him. With every step will come clarity. If you are waiting for God to clarify everything before you move, you will never go forward. There are times the mission is follow me. You are not following blindly, you are following faithfully. I've enjoyed the leadership of the Spirit by the mercy of God. I know that God can lead. I look at my life today and sometimes I wonder what he's done. The power of following the Holy Spirit, and sometimes it does not make any sense. One of the most striking instructions the Holy Spirit gave me in my life was many years ago. Internet was just in its infancy, and God gave me an instruction. He said, take your teachings, put it on the internet, and he said, my angel will take it to the nations. That is how I will announce you. It didn't make any sense at that time, but the foolishness of his leadership. And with that simple obedience, look what God has done today. For someone, you came here so that God will remind you again that he's still alive and he's still directing men. Let me tell you the truth. Beware of over dependence on common sense. It is true that wisdom is profitable to direct, but make sure it is wisdom indeed. The ways of God in many regards will be foolishness. There are times that God will direct you, like I would always give here an example. Lock your door and just dance and celebrate for 1 hour. Direction from the Spirit of God. Now, to the carnally minded, it doesn't make sense. How do you lock your door and just celebrate and dance before God? If someone comes to catch you there, they will call a psychiatrist and say, please come and help my brother. This financial thing is getting into his head. But there are people who dance their way to fearful miracles. There are people who rejoice their way to fearful miracles. There are times the Holy Spirit has given men very painful instructions. You just got some money and then he gave you an instructions to sow it. And you know it was him. You took that step by faith and doors just opened for you. I've seen God do things that did not make sense. Instructions he gave me. Instructions of sacrifice, instructions of prayer, instructions of things to do. I think about the heaviest of them in recent time was, I think it was last year or thereabout, when God gave a very serious instruction as a ministry to sow a particular seed. It was quite a serious seed, honestly. And then God now gave me an instruction that what he told the ministry to sow, as a person I should sow twice of it. No matter how blessed you are, you will feel it. It's like surgery. It's like appendix. You are removing something. You will feel it. I said, God, I know you too much. I can't lie that it is not your voice. But I honored God with that instruction, and my goodness, to God be the glory. Behind the exploits of the saints, when you see people who look foolish getting God's result, is because there is a wise spirit directing them. When you see people who look frail commanding extraordinary results, this is the reason why there is no bragging and boasting. It is a product of his wisdom. It is a product of his wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, let him direct your business and see what becomes of your business. Let him direct your ministry. Let him direct your church. Allow him. Let him take his place and watch the wonder working power of his wisdom.